and gentlemen, this afternoon, let's witness a debate about contribution of condoms in our school. Here are the two groups of debaters. In this house are the opposite sides, proposition sides, and these sides are the opposition side. Now this house are open for the debates. In the motion, the House supports the distribution of condoms in school. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the first speakers are proceed. Are welcome.
Here.
So good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the first speaker from the proposition side. So, I support the distribution of condoms here in schools. Because as we all know, condoms is one example of the contraceptives that we can use to avoid pregnancies. Not only pregnancies that we can avoid. Also, STD, we can avoid. Also, STD means the sexual transmitted disease. You see, the purpose of having these condoms, of course, to protect us, or to those men or young boys who usually experience sexual intercourse to someone. So I know that this century, young peoples really starts to try love making. So because of this condom, they were aware that they were protected. So even they do that sexual activity, they were aware that they were protected. So I read this book. It's about community health nursing services in the Philippine Department of Health. It explains to you what it is and how this condom works. The condom is a sheet of a thin rubber latex which is put on the man's erect penis before intercourse to collect the semen, keeping the sperm from entering the woman's vagina. After ejaculation, while on erection, the man must hold the rim of the condom as he withdraws the penis to prevent slipping off or spilling the semen. See how simple and easy to understand. Using condoms is safe. This condom really effective in preventing pregnancies. It prevents 3 to 15 pregnancies per 100 users per year. See, it's proven. And of course, the advantage, it's easy to use, effective, and expensive, easy to obtain, and does not require a prescription. It protects against sexual transmitted disease. So we agree if this school have condoms, even they do the sexual activities, they were protected and they can avoid STD. So life still goes on.
Are you really sure that condom is really safe for the person who uses it? What if it can cause infection?
Okay, I explained it to you if there are any contraindications that users can really feel. So, as I said, condoms is safe to use, but it has a warning signs to all users. You can't just use a condoms, but you must know if you are allergic to latex, or I just say that this condom is made a sheet of thin rubber, or let's say the latex. So you must know that if your delicate part, especially for men, of course men use condoms, are allergic to latex. So you are not allowed to use condoms.
Do you really know that having a sex with someone which you're not married to is not good for you?
Can you please repeat the question?
Okay. Do you really know that having a sex with someone which you're not married to is not good for you?
Actually, yes. I mean, no. Because as you can see, in this century, we know that young people start love making. And I know that they can prevent doing that. So because of this condom, they were aware that they were protected. And of course, they can avoid STD also.
Thank you so much, first speaker from the proposition side. Let's now welcome the first speaker of the opposition for the clash.
Um, According to the proposition side, Mr. Chair, that distribution of condoms is the best contraceptives in avoiding a woman from pregnancy. But, ladies and gentlemen, distribution of condoms in school is a big distraction of students' life. Because you know why? If the governments did that, how can be a teenager avoid and engage in sex? Only the governments are giving hint that premarital sex is okay. We're just a teenager, so we must be protected by the persons who are capable in giving good advices. Then why there's such a people who wants us to be a priest? We assume that we're the children of God, but it cannot be seen unto us.
Let's now welcome questions from the proposition side from the second speaker.
Are you sure about your statement that? Are you sure about your statement
Yes, I'm very sure.
that? Yes. Can you prove it?
Yes, of course. According to the book, according to the word of God, that only the married people who can do only married people will be legal in doing sex, because we all know that according to the MRP speakers that sex is sacred, so we must keep it.
Yes, as we all know that premarital sex is not common in this entire world in our century. So, would you think that sex is a sin?
Yeah, I believe that sex is not a sin if you and your partner is married. But if you're not married, it is a big sin, because according to the word of God, that only a married people can do sex in the sex activity.
Thank you so much, first speaker from the opposition side. Let us welcome the second speaker of the proposition side.
Good morning, sir. I'm the second speaker. Rather. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon to all. I'm the second speaker of our proposition side. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here in front of you to deliver a speech about the 3 cases that can be stopped or prevent of distributing of condoms in school. Yes. The first is the early pregnancy. This early pregnancy happen in our different school in our municipality, province, Philippines, and also in the entire world. As we all know that early pregnancy is the one factor that can block the dreams of our students. It is hard for us to see the woman that pregnant while studying or schooling. Okay, let's proceed to the next situation. Situation goes like this. The STDs or the sexual transmitted diseases, as it is the HIV, AIDS. Ladies and gentlemen, it's hard to us that we can see the person that have this kind of diseases. This is a virus came from sexual intercoursing. This is start with the LGBT community, as all know, the gays. So, ladies and gentlemen, gays is the one factor that can affect the HIV diseases. Okay, let's proceed to the third situation. Overpopulation. Yes, overpopulation is the one factor that can affect our world, that just as like our environment, just like global exchanging of global climate change. Yes, this climate change is from the human because human being are human recreational activities. Okay, that's all I think.
Thank you so much, second speaker. Let us welcome questions from the opposition side.
Do you know that having a condom is a risky activity? What the people who receive it will be addicted to sex?
That was not our interest. Our interest is to deliver the condom to make sure that they have the protection or in case of emergency. As you know, ladies and gentlemen, student is a one factor that can affect the sexual intercoursing. So, any question? Any question?
So, is the condom really protecting us? What about our dignity?
Okay, condom protects us because we'll never know the mind of our students because in our life we have different lives and we are not the same. Okay, our life is our life. We must not judge the doing of other person. That's all, and thank you.
Thank you so much, second speaker from the proposition side. Let us have the second speaker from the opposition for their case.
So, I really believe that distribution of condoms at schools is very risky program. What if the people who receive it will be addicted in sex? What if they cannot control? What if even their sisters or their relatives became their victims? It is possible for those who are sex addicts. So, as a student that does not agree to use condom in school, so I can think that if you use condom in school, so many students engaging to use condom and many students engaging in sex. According to MRP, the engaging sex is sacred, should be married before sex. So if you engage in that sex, maybe you are pregnant. Or cannot gain a respect to yourself.
Let us now have the proposition for the questioning.
Now my question to you is, are you sure that having sex can make people be addicted? Now prove it.
Please repeat the question.
Are you sure that having sex can make people be addicted? Prove it.
Yes. Having a because having a condom, students addicted to use it because yes, having a sex make people be addicted because they are suffering to the condom. As the safety contraceptive, so they are always doing it every day or always.
Second question. Would you think condom used only for sex?
Okay, thank you, Proposition 5, for the questioning. Let us now have the speaker from the Proposition side.
Now, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am the third speaker of the proposition side. Now, the Department of Health, or DOH, having a law of distributing condoms in schools. It's because they believe that it is the one way to prevent early pregnancy or to fight AIDS or HIV. In our society, especially in school, educating children first is the priority. Life is sacred. All of our decisions must be important. We must think about, we must taught our children before their personal body. So if condoms will not distributed to school, what will happen to the student who engage premarital sex? As we all know, these present times, children 12 years above knew already the sexual desire. It's because of technology. They can use it or they can see it in cell phones or computers. Now, if you against about distributing condoms in school, what is the best way to prevent HIV or AIDS? Is it effective? Now, in LGBT group, are you sure that they didn't use condom? Mind it that LGBT group is one of the sources of AIDS or HIV. We didn't tolerate students to engage sexual activities, to have early pregnancy. We want them to pursue their dreams, to finish their study. That's why we agree on distributing condoms.
Thank you, third speaker from the Proposition side. Let's welcome questions from the Opposition House.
We all know that a person who are having an intimate sex, they cannot control themselves, and it is not possible for the condoms to have a home. Can you say that it is still a good contraceptive?
Yes, because it helps people who engage sexual activities to control themselves from doing sexual activities or engaging that one.
Are you a good follower of God? Then why are you following yourself to engage in any human activities?
I'm not engaging myself in sexual activities. I said that we do not tolerate people or young teens to engage sexual activities.
Okay, thank you. Third speaker from the Proposition. Let us welcome the third speaker from the Opposition House.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am the third speaker of the opposition side. Safe sex refers to the idea that condoms can prevent disease. This idea is false. Many people get sick even when using this protection. In addition, disease is not the only bad result of such behavior. The results of breaking the seventh commandment are many and they are last for a long time. People are using more condoms now, but diseases that are spread by sex, STDs or sexual transmitted diseases, have increased much more. In 1960, before the beginning of the sexual revolution, the most common diseases that were spread by sex were syphilis and gonorrhea. Dr. Susan Weller and her co-doctors discovered strong medicines to fight against these diseases. diseases. So thanks for them. Therefore, many people believe they would soon disappear. Today, medical science has discovered more than 20 types of STDs. More than 15 million people get these diseases every year in the United States, especially. Many people and many millions more become sick in other countries, especially here in the Philippines. Two-thirds of all STDs happen to people 25 years of age or younger. So, condoms are not entirely safe. We don't know that other condoms has a little bit full of it.
Thank you so much, third speaker. Let us now welcome questions from the other side.
This is my number one question. How can you prove or explain that even the use contraceptives like condom can make people sick?
Because as I said before, the other condoms has a little bit hole so that they are not totally protected.
No more questions from the proposition side?
So you said later that STD now scattered, that's why there are condoms that help to avoid this kind of disease. Yes. So explain that.
Can you repeat the question?
So you said later that STD now scattered. Why there are condoms that help to avoid this kind of disease?
I've never said that there are condoms that can protect diseases. I said that condoms are not condoms are not the best contraceptives for the diseases. That's all.
Thank you, third speaker. Let us welcome the fourth speaker of the proposition house.
Okay, good afternoon everyone. I'm the fourth speaker of the preposition side. Good afternoon everyone. So, in our side, we believe and we agree in the distribution of condoms in school. Because in our generation, there are many teenagers, ages 14 years and above, who are already pregnant. So how to solve this problem? Of course, for us, we will give a condoms in each individual. Because as we all know everyone, that condoms help to prevent early pregnancy and also STD or the sexually transmitted disease, including the HIV and AIDS. Ladies and gentlemen, in this present time, even parents can stop their younger children in engaging sexual intercourse with someone. Then how much we are just people. We have no power to stop what they want. If they want to engage in sexual intercourse, then let them do that because that is their life. We have no right to enter the life of others.
Let us now entertain questions from the opposition house.
So this is my first question. Can you prove that the condom can help the people who use condom?
Repeat the question.
Can you prove that the condom can help the people who use condom?
Yes, of course. That condom may help people like the teenagers I said later. This condom
pregnancy, and also the STD, including the HIV and the AIDS.
Okay, no further questions from the opposition house. Let's welcome the fourth speaker of the opposition side. Speech. We request the debaters to please ready your questions if you are about to speak after your opponent.
So, good afternoon, everyone. This is the fourth speaker. Well, distributing of condom in our school is not right because if it is happen, maybe the student will be addicted of using condom. Premarital sex is not good if you're not married first. What if you are using condom always? So according to the MRP speakers, that sex is sacred and it should be done after the marriage. Why should you pushing that distribution of condoms in school is good and acceptable? We all know that if a boy or a person receives it, they will interested in having sex, knowing that it is against the law of the Creator, which is God.
Questions from the proposition house?
This is my question. So, as a human, you didn't desire sex anymore?
No. No, because you should study first before doing before anything else.
This is my next question. So, what is the best way to avoid early pregnancy?
You should not engage in any sex activities. And that's all. Thank you.
That's for the fourth speaker. Let's welcome the fifth speaker of the proposition side.
Good afternoon, everyone. In my side, I strongly believe.
Order.
In my side, I strongly believe and I strongly support to the plan of our government that they will give and distribute condoms in school. If you ask me why, well, ladies and gentlemen, I will discuss the benefits of using condoms. First, for the better future. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see in our community, there are lots of individuals or what we call teenagers involved in early pregnancy. That's because they did not use condoms in their sexual intercourse. For example, one of us is pregnant. I know that you stopped schooling, right? Because one of the reasons is you are ashamed and some students bully you. You must think first before you do that. And especially, you just think your future, your family, and your dignity. Well, if you use condoms, you should prevent pregnancy. And the second benefits of using condom is we are far from any transmitted diseases like HIV and AIDS. So, if we are far from transmitted diseases, we are proudly to say that we are clean, and we are proudly offer to our partner that we are clean. And I know that one of us. You want a better future, right? And you want also a good health. So what are you waiting for? Just support to the plan of our government that they will distribute and give condoms in schools.
Thank you so much, speaker. Let's entertain questions now from the opposition side.
Do you think using condom can avoid spreading disease?
Yes, I totally agree that using condom can stop scattered or spreading of diseases because I know that it can avoid or we have 99% that
condoms is safe. As you said, as you said earlier, that distribution of condoms can give us a better future. Don't you think that giving a condom, we're giving hint of the teenagers in sex, even if they're just underage, so they already destroyed their future.
Yes, because we should think that because we should think that condom is very effective because as a person we can manage ourselves and we can do anything we want. That's all and thank you.
Thank you so much, fifth speaker from the proposition side. Let us welcome the fifth speaker of the opposition house.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is very nasty, including that you're just a teenager and your parents spending money for you to have a better life. But you're just failing them by doing such thing. It doesn't bring you good, but it makes me whole. It is very nasty, including that you're just a teenager and your parents spending money for you to have a better life. But you're just failing them by doing such thing. It doesn't bring you good, but it makes you fool.
Okay, let us now entertain queries from the other side.
So this is my question for you. Yes, you're just a teenager. The reason why you need to use condom as a protection so that you will avoid early pregnancy. So my question goes like this. You said later that your parents or your mother have do a lot for your better future. What do you think is the purpose of having condom? Is this condom is for you to avoid early pregnancy? Would you think on that situation you will not help your parents?
If they use condom at early age, they destroy already their future.
Are there any questions from the proposition side? Okay, thank you so much, fifth speaker. Let us now welcome the last speaker of the proposition house. Here, here.
So, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am the fifth speaker from the proposition. Well, as a student and as a human, I agree and support the distribution of condoms in different schools. So, if you use this kind of contraceptive methods, you will prevent the growth of our population. Because, as we all know, ladies and gentlemen, from now on, our population consistently grows. So, as an effect of having this kind of situation, poverty and hunger occur. So, you as a human, would you like to see our Filipinos exposed to this kind of situation? So, in our side, as one way to prevent this kind of situation, people need to use contraceptive methods, such as condom. So, by using this kind of contraceptive methods, pregnancy will be avoided and we will avoid poverty and hunger. So, as a summary of all what my good beauty says, we believe that condom is the best way towards better life and better.
Questions?
So this is my question for you. Do you think or do you sure using condom can avoid spreading diseases?
Yes,
Then prove it.
yes. I believe and I think that condom is the one way to avoid diseases such as STD. So to prove it, because as we all know, condom is to protect the penis to avoid the spreading of semen. So the kind of diseases will be get is on the semen. To avoid, so if you will going to avoid the semen, or shall I say the sperm cell, it cannot go on the vagina of a woman or the LGBT community. So that's why spreading diseases will be avoided. Other question, please.
So, so as a girl, for you in the future, you can have a man for you yourself. So my question is, do you have a condom for now on?
Oh, that's a wonderful question. The reason why we support the distribution of condom is because condom is not distributed already. So on this situation, so this debate happened is because people thinks if they will contribute the condoms. So from now on, I have no condoms in my pocket.
Okay. Thank you so much, last speaker. Let us welcome the last speaker of the opposition house to close this debate.
So I'm the last defender, came from the opposition group. So as what I've heard from the proposition, I really think about myself, why I'm an LGBT and I'm not choosing that what we said, the so-called condom. Why are you saying that using condom can avoid that such spreading or making a girl pregnant or spreading the HIV or the AIDS? You didn't know what's the reason or the real reason why we have an HIV. So the condom is not the totally entire protection for us to avoid that thing. Because as what I've said, as what I've heard from you, I really don't know what happened in this society. Why you want to accept the condom for our school? It gives the hand for the student to make that thing. They will be angry. As the last speaker said before, she said that it will be having a condom can be poverty, which is also the biggest problem of the Philippines. So why are you saying that having a condom can protect us? Then you said that it will also give an poverty for the Philippines. So as a Filipino, I really heard about what I've heard for you. So as what said God in the Bible, I didn't know where you can find it, but he says it. Jesus says that the purpose of the sex to make the union of two live strong and permanent. It is heaven ways of giving together the two hurts. They cannot later be separated without a circumstance. So in that thought, you cannot say that having a condom is good. So you just not following God. You didn't follow God. You didn't follow the law of God. So I just want to share this moment since this is the moment that I have. So since I'm a gay, I'm really gay, yes I am. I'm really proud to say that I am the member of an LGBT. But the gays is not the real reason why we have an HIV in the AIDS in this earth. I just want to protect my LGBT group since I am one of them. So that will be all, and I hope you want something learned from about it.
Okay, thank you, last speaker from the opposition side. Let us welcome the last bunch of questions from the proposition.
Well, my first question is, you know that using condoms can help us protect from diseases and to avoid pregnancies, right? But because you know this century, sex and virginity is not respected at all. So, as you said earlier, condoms is not a protection to have pregnancies. Please explain it clearly.
So, as what I've researched in the science and the economy, as what I've researched about it, you can ensure that the condom are totally entirely protective for us. Because according to what I've researched before, condom have 1.000% of it, whole of it. 1.00 again. So next question, please.
My second question is, are you sure as an LGBT you didn't expose sex anymore?
Oh my God, thank you for the wonderful question. I really like the question anymore. So as an LGBT, yes, I get sometimes. I will not hide the truthness, but I will say to all of you, for everyone knows, that I'm not just like a woman, like just giving myself for anyone. I'm just having a one person, always in the night.
Are there any questions from the proposition side?
Question. Did you use condom?
No, that's what I said. I never use condom. I really like that. I really like that anymore. Because, my God, I was what I have heard in our this barangay. The girl said that the woman who is married or having a partner now, that using a condom can cause a cancer or can cause something. The vagina will do something hurting. So that's what I heard for them. I don't get the point. So yes. Come on.
Have you experienced sex?
As I said before, yes, I experienced.
Okay, if there are no other questions from the proposition side, thank you so much, last speaker from the opposition house. We thank the debaters for this debate. You may now cross the house. Okay, before we leave, let us first have the thoughts of some of our spectators in this debate. Let us have the first spectator to express his or her thoughts regarding what happened in the debate. Yes.
Good afternoon, everyone. For me, the winners of this debate is the proposition column because they discuss perfectly their topics, and at this time we agree that distribution of condoms in school is one example of contraceptive. Because as we all know, condoms can help us to prevent pregnancies, and it can give us a better life and better future when we use it. Because through condoms, that proposition stated that it controls early pregnancy, so that it is a big privilege to our life, because as we all know that early pregnancy is the one factor that can blast the dream of our students. So ladies and gentlemen, I believe that distribution of condoms in schools is also a way to fight AIDS and HIV diseases. And that's all. Thank you.
Next to express her or his point.
Good afternoon, everyone. For me, the winner of this debate is this side of proposition. Because they said that using contraceptive like condoms avoid pregnancy and also avoid sexual transmitted diseases. The purpose of having condoms protect us using condoms safe. Early pregnancy is one of the structures of our belief, so that we need to use contraceptive like condoms as a student or teenager. Because I believe that this is the way to prevent or to fight the AIDS or early pregnancy. We want them to finish their study to pursue their dreams in life. That's why we agree to distributing condoms to school. Because if they want to engage sexual intercourse, let them do that because that's their life.
Thank you so much. Let's have another one to express her thoughts on the matter.
Good afternoon, everyone. because according to them, condom avoid early pregnancies and using condom is safe. And not only that, we can avoid STD also. As we all know, condom is the most one example of a contraceptive. So, if you use this kind of contraceptive method, you will prevent the growth of our population because, as we all know, ladies and gentlemen, from now on, our population constantly grow. So, as an effect of having this kind of situation, poverty and hunger occur, you as a human would like to see our co-Filipinos. So in this side, as one way to prevent this kind of situation, people need condoms. So by using these contraceptive methods, that's all and thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's have another one to express his thoughts on the issue.
At this time, the winner that I will choose is the proposition. I agree on what did they discuss because they emphasize and give purpose relating to the motion that will be given. Distributions of condoms in school is one contraceptives to avoid early pregnancies and control the increasing of population in our community and to our world. They discussed that the Department of Health or DOH is having a lot of distributing the condoms to schools because the condoms only is the way to prevent and to fight the disease called AIDS and early pregnancy. They discussed that in these modern times influences of technology that they saw in cell phone and computer have some children aged 12 above know already about the sexual desires so that they discuss that you may use the condoms to avoid early pregnancy and avoid contamination of AIDS so that it is a great privilege to those people that use it. So that proposition prove about the distribution in schools. In the last speaker, he said that sex is sacred, so why did he engage sexual activities or intercoursing someone? So, he also did not follow the law of God. What a rich and ugly answer.
Thank you so much, Mr. Randy Angulo, for a very on-point answer. Let's have the other side for their expression of their thoughts.
Good afternoon to all. I believe all of you are your best.